Hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Capibaras English podcast. I am Miss Capibara and I am joined today by my favourite navigator. Well, maybe not favourite navigator, but definitely my favourite friend. Mr. Capi! Mr. Capi, you look like you've just run a marathon. Your shoes are dusty, you look exhausted, and you're holding a paper map. Does anyone even use paper maps in 2025? What happened to you?
Oh, Miss Capibara, don't even get me started. You are looking at a broken man. Yesterday, I decided to be adventurous. I went to that new district across the river to find that famous artisan bakery. You know, the one that makes the capybara-shaped sourdough? Well, my phone died. Total black screen. Absolute silence. And suddenly, I realized I had no idea where I was. I felt that cold sweat, that heart-racing moment of direction panic. I spent 45 minutes walking in circles because I was too scared to ask anyone for help. I felt like if I asked, they would give me a 10-minute explanation in fast English, and I'd be even more lost.
Oh, Mr. Capi, the classic circle of despair. We've all been there. You're afraid that asking for help will be more confusing than staying lost. It's a very real fear. When people give directions, they use prepositions, landmarks, and left-right combinations that fly past your ears like a jet engine. But here is the secret. You don't need to understand every single word they say. You just need to know how to start the conversation, how to listen for anchor words, and how to make them repeat the steps. Today we are going to give our listeners, and you, Mr. Capi, the ultimate survival guide for getting lost. We're going to cover 10 powerful ways to handle directions so you never have to walk in sleeves again.
I need this more than I need that sourdough bread, Miss Capybara. I realized that, excuse me, where is the bread, is not a good enough strategy when you're 5 miles away from home. I need to know how to be polite, how to be specific, and how to actually understand the answer. Let's start at the beginning. If I'm standing on a corner feeling like a lost puppy, how do I stop someone politely without feeling like I'm bothering them?
The polite opener is everything.
Excuse me, I'm a bit lost. Could you help me find the nearest subway station? Excuse me, I'm a bit lost. Could you help me find the nearest subway station? Excuse me, I'm a bit lost. Could you help me find the nearest subway station?
Perfect. Now, let's say you aren't looking for a station, but a specific building or street. You need to be very direct with your question. I like to use the how do I get to structure because it's a classic that every English speaker recognizes immediately. I say, "Excuse me, how do I get to the National Museum from here?" It's short, it's sweet, and it gets the job done. Practice that for me 3 times.
Excuse me, how do I get to the National Museum from here? Excuse me, how do I get to the National Museum from here? Excuse me, how do I get to the National Museum from here?
Excellent. Now, here is a mistake many learners make. They ask where something is, but they don't ask how far it is. You might be asking for a park that is 5 miles away, and you think it's just around the corner. You need to know if you should walk or take a taxi. So always follow up with this. Is it within walking distance, or should I take a bus? This is a high-level phrase that shows you really know your English. Let's try it.
Oh, I definitely needed that yesterday. I walked for 20 minutes only to find out I was headed toward a highway. Let's try it. Is it within walking distance, or should I take a bus? Is it within walking distance or should I take a bus? Is it within walking distance or should I take a bus?
Brilliant. Now, let's imagine the person starts giving you directions. They say, go straight, turn left at the light, go past the bank. This is where the panic hits. You need to listen for landmarks. Landmarks are buildings or objects that don't move, like a fountain, a church, or a big red sign. If you don't hear a landmark, ask for one. I say, are there any landmarks I should look out for on the way? This forces the person to give you a visual cue. Practice that 3 times.
This is like a game of treasure hunt. Are there any landmarks I should look out for on the way? Are there any landmarks I should look out for on the way? Are there any landmarks I should look out for on the way?
Exactly. Now, let's talk about prepositions. These are the words that tell you where something is in relation to something else. Across from, next to, behind, and around the corner. If someone says, it's across from the library, and you don't know what that means, you're in trouble. Let's practice a phrase that asks for a specific location relative to a landmark. I say, is the museum next to the park or across from it? This gives the person 2 options to confirm. Repeat that for me.
Is the museum next to the park or across from it? Is the museum next to the park or across from it? Is the museum next to the park or across from it?
You're becoming a human GPS. But what if they speak way too fast? This is the most common problem. They want to help you so much that they talk like a sports commentator. You have to be the one to slow the train down. I always use this phrase. I'm sorry, could you say that again a bit more slowly? I want to make sure I don't get lost again. It's humble and very effective. Let's try it.
I need this one on a t-shirt. I'm sorry, could you say that again a bit more slowly? I'm sorry, could you say that again a bit more slowly? I'm sorry, could you say that again a bit more slowly?
Perfect. And once they finish explaining, don't just walk away and hope for the best. You must confirm. This is the most important step to kill the panic. You repeat the steps back to them. I start with, okay, let me see if I got this right. I go straight for 2 blocks and then turn left at the fountain? This, let me see if I got this right, is a fantastic way to check your understanding. Let's practice it.
Okay, let me see if I got this right. I go straight for 2 blocks and then turn left at the fountain. Let me see if I got this right. I go straight for 2 blocks and then turn left at the fountain. Let me see if I got this right. I go straight for 2 blocks and then turn left at the fountain.
You are doing so well. Now, let's say you realize you are completely headed in the wrong direction. Maybe someone told you a better way. You can ask for a simpler route. Sometimes the first person gives you a very complicated path. I say, is there a simpler way to get there, or is that the only route? This can save you a lot of walking time.
I love that! Work smarter, not harder. Is there a simpler way to get there, or is that the only route? Is there a simpler way to get there, or is that the only route? Is there a simpler way to get there, or is that the only route?
Great, now we are almost there. What if you're looking for a specific address, like a house number? You can show them the address on your phone, if it's not dead like yours was, or on a piece of paper. I say, I'm looking for this address. Am I headed in the right direction? This "Am I headed in the right direction" is a lifesaver because it's a simple yes or no answer. Practice it 3 times.
I'm looking for this address. Am I headed in the right direction? I'm looking for this address. Am I headed in the right direction? I'm looking for this address. Am I headed in the right direction?
And finally, when you have your answer and you're ready to go, you need a polite closing. You want to thank them for their time because, let's be honest, they just saved your life. I always say, "Thank you so much for your help. You've been a lifesaver. Have a great day." It's warm, it's kind, and it leaves a great impression of you as an English learner.
Thank you so much for your help. You've been a lifesaver. Have a great day. Thank you so much for your help. You've been a lifesaver. Have a great day. Thank you so much for your help. You've been a lifesaver. Have a great day.
Mr. Capi, I am so proud of you. You went from a lost capybara in the dusty streets to a confident navigator. How do you feel? Do you think you could find that bakery now?
I feel like I could find a secret base in the middle of the jungle with these phrases. It's funny how having the right words makes the city feel smaller and less intimidating. I think my favorite is, "Am I headed in the right direction?" It's so simple, but it gives so much peace of mind. I'm definitely making a little cheat sheet of these phrases to keep in my wallet, right next to my backup battery for my phone.
A backup battery is a very wise choice, Mr. Capi. But remember, the real battery is your confidence. English speakers are usually very happy to help someone who is trying their best. Don't worry about being perfect, just worry about being clear. Before we finish, let's do a final rapid-fire recap of all 10 phrases for our listeners. Mr. Capi, are you ready for the ultimate navigation challenge?
I was born ready. Let's go.
1. The polite opener.
Excuse me, I'm a bit lost. Could you help me find the nearest subway station?
2. The direct question.
How do I get to the National Museum from here?
3. Distance check.
Is it within walking distance, or should I take a bus?
4. Landmark search.
Are there any landmarks I should look out for on the way?
5. Preposition check.
Is it next to the park or across from it?
6. Speed control.
Could you say that again a bit more slowly?
7. Confirmation.
Let me see if I got this right. I go straight and then turn left?
8. Looking for a simpler way.
Is there a simpler way to get there?
9. Direction check.
Am I headed in the right direction?
10. The polite closing.
Thank you so much for your help. Have a great day.
You nailed it! You are officially a capybara navigator. To all our listeners out there, your homework for this week is very simple. Even if you aren't lost, go to a park or a mall and practice asking someone where the nearest restroom or exit is using one of these phrases. The more you use them in low-stress situations, the more they will be there for you when you actually get lost. Bite the bullet!
I love that. Thank you so much for joining us today. If this episode helped you feel less lost in your English journey, please subscribe to the Capibaras English podcast. Give us a thumbs up and leave a comment. Tell us, what was the most lost you've ever been? Did you manage to find your way in English? We want to hear your stories.
We definitely do. And don't miss next week's episode, where we'll be tackling the hotel panic, how to check in and solve room problems in English. It's going to be another lifesaver.
I'll be there, and I'll bring my phone. fully charged this time. Thanks again, Miss Capibara. Have a great day, everyone.
See you soon. Keep practicing and stay calm.
Bye-bye. I'm off to find that bakery. I think it's just around the corner? Actually, wait, Miss Capibara? Is it next to the bank or across from the bank? I forgot already.